Uh, Hi,
Okay.
my name's Kia. I'm currently in 11th grade and I'm going to be teaching you guys a bit about economics. So I'm going to mostly teach you guys about shrinkflation. So shrinkflation is basically when a company or like a brand reduces the size or quantity of their product, but it keeps the same price. So this is mostly common in the food and beverage industry, and it's a form of hidden inflation. So shrinkflation could be done by just straight up reducing the product, or companies often what they do is that they change the shape of the packaging or stuff like that. So here are a couple examples of shrinkflation that I've used for daily products. So shrinkflation is something that's been here for a long time. It started out in the 1970s during the oil crisis. And so this woman on the screen, her name's Pippa Malgrim, and she was the one who coined the term shrinkflation. So initially it was not noticeable, but then around the 2000s and 2010s, it started to kind of increase a lot. So it's something that mostly every brand does nowadays. So in case you guys don't know what inflation is, it's when there is an increase in price of goods and services. But this increase means that your money can't buy as much as it used to. So basically, it reduces the purchasing power of money. So for example, last year onions costed 30 rupees per kg. But then this year now they're 40 kgs per kg. 40 rupees per kg. My bad. So that's basically what inflation is. So why is shrinkflation done? So production costs rise obviously due to inflation, due to so then raw materials become more expensive, labor and shipping. So by incorporating shrinkflation, these companies are able to make steady profits. So basically, it also allows them to make more profit per unit or create more product and increase the volume of sales. So you might be wondering why they don't just increase the prices. It's because a consumer will notice a price increase more than when you subtly reduce the amount of product. And also by decreasing the amount of product, so consumers don't notice this and it allows the company to maintain a good position in the market. So the thing is, smaller sizes may lead to consumers Basically, smaller sizes lead consumers to buy products more, helping maintain sales despite the lower product quantity per pack. And by avoiding overt price increases, companies try to basically, they're able to maintain consumer trust and brand loyalty. Skimflation is basically when companies reduce the quality of a product and service, like swapping premium ingredients for cheaper ones. So, uh, I guess if a chocolate chip cookie company, for them, skimflation would be basically adding less chocolate chips or basically reducing the quantity or, sorry, switching to a cheaper quality of chocolate chips. Maggie, I'm sure all of you know, Maggie is a product that's a prime example of both shrinkflation and skimflation. So Maggie, when it initially started, it used to weigh around 100 grams per packet, but nowadays, if you go weight, it weighs roughly around 73 grams. So consumers have also noticed that the noodles have gotten thinner and the texture is changed, and also the taste compared to earlier versions. So there's been a lot of changes in recipe or taste formula, and there's been a lot of reviews that Maggie now tastes different and it's less appealing. So basically, what Maggie has done is that it's not only reduced the quality of ingredients, skinflation, but it's also overall reduced the quantity, shrinkflation. So shrinkflation is something that's not only there in food products, but it's very common in a lot of industries. So another major like a victim of shrinkflation is our household cleaning basically our household products and beauty products. So things like shampoo bottles, liquid soaps, or personal hygiene, they're also affected by this. So an example I've given is that those Vim dishwashing bars that we use to clean our utensils, it used to weigh 155 grams, but the company slowly reduced it to 135 grams. So instead of reducing the product, they're using smart packaging tricks to hide shrinkflation. So how can
We're
we check
taking a
for
pause.
shrinkflation?
Is everyone understanding so far?
Yes,
Yes?
please.
Please give a thumbs up if everyone is understanding. Saloni, what about you? Okay, ठीक है. ठीक है. If anyone has any doubts, please raise your hand and ask, okay?
So shrinkflation is pretty common, as I said, but there are actually ways we can check for it. So when you're buying a product, it says it's 200 grams, then you can actually go weigh it and see if it actually weighs 200 grams. So often what companies do is that if you look at the labels, it says that it is say 2 rupees per gram. So when this is not there on the label, this is actually a red flag. And then there are a lot of websites such as Consumer World or Consumer Reports that you can go on to Google and see for. And basically what they have is that they have products, their original weight, their history, and basically shrinkflation and its impact on those products. So how can we avoid shrinkflation? So you can compare across retailers. So say, for example, Maggie and Yippee, you can look at the prices, you can look at the labels, and you can see which product is actually worth more. Also, one other thing is that you guys can buy in bulk. So these larger packs typically offer better per unit value. So, for example, a small bottle of hand wash would be maybe 50 paisa per gram or ml. But a bigger pack would be maybe 20 paisa per ml. So you can also check the ingredients for you can check the ingredients for any quality changes. So if there is a product that you guys used to buy earlier and nowadays you notice a difference, that is skimflation. You guys should also be wary of flashy labels. So a lot of the times what companies use is that new bigger pack or mega pack or more value when this isn't the case. More often than not, this is just a marketing scheme. So I have a couple of questions for you guys. What kind of product do you think is most likely to be shrinkflated? Does anyone know the answer? Yes, Inji?
Snacks.
It's actually toilet paper. I know it's kind of shocking. Snacks are actually the second most affected group of products, but it's actually toilet paper. So the next question is that when you guys are buying bottles, do you notice that they're kind of three-fourth filled, like three-fourth of the way filled instead of fully filled? Does anyone notice that? Can you guys raise your hands if you notice that? Like the products are not. So see, that is shrinkflation. That is one of the more obvious forms of shrinkflation. So, have you guys ever noticed shrinkflation or skimflation on the products that you guys are buying? Like your Lay's packets that used to be full of chips, they're mostly filled with air now. Have you guys ever noticed that? Can you guys give me an example if you have? Anyone? Yes, Dilda.
Parle-G.
Parle-G. So I actually have a picture of Parle-G here. So they started off as 100 grams, but It's actually reached 55 now. Um, so my last question is that what do you guys think is harder to detect? Shrinkflation or skimflation? Anyone? Yes, Mansi?
I think inflation.
What?
Inflation.
It is skimflation. So that's all I have for today about shrinkflation and skimflation. Do you guys have any questions? Yes, Mansi?
Judy, as it's harder to detect inflation, do you have any idea like how can we avoid it and how can we be aware of this product is like type of inflation?
Yeah, so there are quite a few things you can do. I suggest that when you are buying products, you buy them in bulk. So instead of buying like the small bottles, for example, when you're buying hand wash, instead of buying the small Dettol bottles, you can buy like the bigger refill packs. They have less shrinkflation and you will get more worth for your money. And also, when you're looking at products, you should ignore the words, basically, you should ignore words like mega pack or more value because more often than not, these are just marketing tactics. And you can compare between different types of companies to see which one's cheaper and which one contains more grams or milliliters. And so there's also a lot of websites you can actually go to, like I've listed here. So there's Consumer World or Consumer Report, you can just go on to Google and see a product. Any household product that you have, you can go see. It's how shrinkflated has it become. Do you guys have any more questions?
Any other questions, anyone? You can ask anything if you have regarding any doubt regarding products or any kind of situations that you have come across which you didn't know or understand at that time. You can even ask about that. Okay, I'm getting thumbs ups. Okay. So can anyone tell me the differentiation definition between both? Anyone? Manji, you have already said. Now I want someone else. Come on, others. Angel? Okay, Tapsi can go ahead.
Yes, so screenflation is where like they they uh less they they can they are doing like quantity कम करते हैं and price are same and screenflation means price are like same but quality उसकी अच्छी नहीं हो quality is not good.
Okay. Anyone else? Kushagra, okay. Do you want to give it a shot? Great work, Tapsi. Kushagra, do you want to say?
Hello, am I audible, please?
Yes, now you are.
Uh, so shrinkflation means the weight of the product reduce and the price increases, and the inflation means, am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
And inflation means reduce. Actually, I'm not able to see you, please.
You're not able to?
Hello.
Uh, Okay, I think it's your network, Kushagra. You can type in the answer in chat box if you want. Dildar, were you also raising hand? Do you
Yes,
want to get the
please.
shot?
Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
basically, screenflation is a companies do their product at the same price, but the quality reduce like Balaji wafers or the Lay's. Uh, they just reduce their quantity and price at the same level. And the skimfication is they reduce the quality at the same level or increase the amount something. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
correct.
Okay. Yes, yes. Kia, is that good?
Yes, so that is a pretty good answer. So basically, skimflation is when the quality of ingredients is being decreased.
Yes. And when we talk about quality, when we're talking about skimflation and quality, what do you think they might hamper in the quality? What does quality mean over here? Can anyone tell me that? Yes, Tapsi.
Yes, so I think maybe they use cheap products or mm, yes, cheap products or
Okay.
ingredients.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Thank you, Tapsi, for answering. Anyone else? I need answers from new people. Come on, Rinki, Rukmini. What happened to you guys today? Durgeshwari, Sanya. Come on, answer. Okay, I can see some answers on chat box. Cheaper products, mixing chemicals, Shamna says. Skipping certain ingredients. Okay. Taste of product changes. Taste of product changes? Okay, I doubt that happens. Taste changes?
Yeah, when companies do skimflation, you can notice taste changes. Like in Maggie, there's been a lot of reports from people who consume it saying that the noodles have gotten thinner, it tastes different, tastes cheaper. So skimflation, yeah, you can notice it. Taste changes.
Okay. Okay. Amazing. Great. Okay, I'm getting answers on chat box. Amazing, great. ठीक है. So now you have understood the difference between both, right? Along with the clarity. Okay. Yes, Mansi. Yes. Okay, great. ठीक है. So we are clear with the concept. I think we had one question from Durgeshwari. Kia, can you just go through the question and answer it once? It's from Durgeshwari. She's asking how do companies tackle skimflation if their products quality decrease at large extent?
So I think this is a tactic that companies use to increase profits. Because companies basically their entire motive is to gain more profit. So they use skimflation and shrinkflation. But things like generic brands or smaller companies, they are less prone to doing this. So actually the thing is when a company does this, they if they do it to too much of an extent, consumers start to notice it. They switch brands. Like the Maggie doesn't taste as good. I'm gonna start eating a different type of Maggie. So companies to so they can use shrinkflation and skimflation as a tactic to make more money, but they have to be careful because if they do too much of it, consumers will start to notice. They'll launch complaints and they'll switch, to a different product. So I think companies have to keep it to a minimum.
Okay, great. Any other questions? Anyone? This was first part that we have done. We'll be moving to the second part as well. But any questions so far for Kia? No problem, Kushagra. No problem. Anyone else? Okay, sorry. I was on the chat box. Everyone is giving thumbs up. Great. Any doubts? Anyone? Zainab, Ashura, Khushi, did you understand? Yes. If you're not, then please tell us. We can repeat it for you. Fatima, did you understand everything? Yes? Okay. ठीक है. Don't hesitate. And if you are understanding everything, you need to answer. Okay? So do answer, guys. Yeah. If I get nods like yes, then I'll ask you questions also. Okay. Okay. ठीक है. So moving ahead, if anyone has any further questions for Kia, they can put it up on the chat box and she can take it from there. For now, we'll move ahead with Rushil. He'll be taking you ahead with a related topic.
All right. Hello everybody. My name's Rishal. I'm in 11th standard. I'm from the USA, and my topic is money, mindset and business. So to start off, just some icebreakers. If you guys had to start a business, what would it be? Any business.
Come on, many of you have answered this. I want others also to answer
Yeah,
now because I
Sejal.
know that
What
many of you
business?
have thought of it. Yes, Hazel. Yes, please go ahead. Sorry.
It would be related to clothing brand, please.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, clothing brands are something a lot of people like to start, and a lot of them end up being successful. So that's always a good idea. Anybody else? Okay. Um, the second question is, what would you do if somebody handed you 1,000 rupees? Would you start a business? Would you go buy something? Would you save it? Would you spend it? What would you do? Invest it, save it. Okay, okay. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff, different stuff you can do. Investing, okay. So yeah, investing is always a good idea. You know, you can hopefully grow your money, save and invest. Yeah, okay, all smart ideas. And when you hear the word wealth, what comes to your mind, you know, just when you picture wealth? Yeah, Mansi.
I think the property or like assets.
Oh yeah, okay. And Sejal?
The same thing, please. Multiple businesses or properties that would help me earn more money without me actually doing a lot of hard work. Initially, I
So
have to do it to build the wealth, but then later on, it will help me earn money.
so like real estate and like passive income, just money coming along. Yeah, okay.
Yes,
And
please.
Dildar?
To be honest, it's a mention when I thought about wealth.
A mansion?
Mention.
What
Yeah.
do you, oh, a mansion. Yeah, 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 like a huge house and stuff like that. And a big pool. Yeah, I feel like that's what a lot of people think of, you know. Same here. All right, so today our agenda is learning to manage your money, small steps and habits to start with, introduction to business, and towards an actual money mindset. So to start, we're gonna talk about how you can learn to manage your money. So you might be wondering, what is money management? Well, money management is when you track, oversee, and handle all of your finances. And this can include things such as budgeting, saving, setting financial goals, and investing, which a bunch of you did talk about, and adjusting to situations. Doing these things can allow you to save and grow your money in the future, giving you more financial freedom. So let's go over some examples. To start budgeting and saving, Ishan uses the 50, 30, and 20 rule. He spends 50% of his money on needs, 30% on wants, and 20% in his savings. The second thing is setting financial goals. Arya wants to save for a laptop that costs 1 lakh and he makes 50,000 rupees a month. He decides to save 10,000 a month for his laptop. Investing. Aiden starts to take out 1,000 rupees a week to invest in reliable companies like Apple or Google in hopes of growing his wealth. And lastly, adjusting to situations. Neha had recently broken her leg and the medical bills were very high. She chose to cut down on expenses like eating outside or ordering food. Just expenses that you don't really need. You can make the food at home for much cheaper, and she had hurt her leg, so she had to adjust to the situation. An easy way to think of it is money management is like gardening. Your income is the seeds, essentially the starting point. Saving is like watering your plants, allowing them to grow over time. Investing is like buying good soil and sunlight. Through buying these things, you can maximize your yield, and those seeds will grow into very fruitful plants. Spending is like picking the fruit. It is always a right to pick and spend what you earn, but take too much, and the plant will stop growing. I think I see a hand, Monsi.
Can you please go little slower?
Okay, yeah, sorry. Do you want me to repeat the slide?
No, please.
Okay,
Thank
sorry. Okay, so here are some apps that can help you with money management. And to start, Good Budget, Finance and Budgeting, Moneyfy Budget and Expense app, and Money Manager, Expense and Budget by Real Byte Inc. So I assume all of these apps will ask you how you spend your money and give you advice on how to apply it better. The second thing we'll be going over is small steps and habits to start with. Any questions from the last topic?
No,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
No, please.
All right. So we might be wondering, what are some good habits to have? Well, even doing little things regularly can make a large difference for you in the long run. And to start, here are two questions that you can ask yourself. How much money did I make today? And how much money did I spend today? Here are things that you can do that take less than 5 minutes. Keep a money journal to track spending and expenses. Keep tabs on your product and inventory, especially if you own a business, because you have to know what you're giving out and what's coming in. And set tiny goals for tomorrow, like spend 100 rupees and earn 500. Small habits, when done daily, can build unshakable wealth and can really help you in the long run. And it's also always important to treat yourself. You got to be nice to yourself. So building good habits doesn't mean you can't celebrate and treat yourself. After wins, big or small, it's a great thing to celebrate. Making a scale in your business, reaching a financial goal, and saving money and tracking spending are all big wins. And how to celebrate? Well, there's many fun ways to celebrate, but here are just some examples. Going out to dinner with your friends, buying something that you had wanted for a while, and taking an extra day to rest, because you got to put yourself first. Celebrating wins allows your progress to be visible and reinforces discipline in a positive way. Any questions?
No, please.
Okay, all good.
Has
Mon-
everyone understood everything?
Yes, please.
Please give a thumbs up. If you want
Yes.
us to repeat any concept again, please let us know.
and
We
Monsi, I
can-
hope I'm going slow enough, right? Or am I still going too fast? I'm
Uh,
good? All right.
It's fine, please.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Yes, Angel has a question, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please. Can you repeat that one? Small steps and habit to start uh, in money saving. Yes, that one.
Which one? This slide? Or the one
No, before
here,
this one.
before this one? So what are some good habits?
Yes, please.
So, 3 good habits that I said was keep a money journal. So write things down to see what you're spending. Keep a tab on your product and inventory. So when you own a business, you have products and in your inventory. So you should know what is coming in and out of your business. So what you're selling and what products coming in, and setting tiny goals for tomorrow. So spend 100 rupees and earn 500 rupees, meaning you profit 400. Good. Anything else?
Is that clear, Angel? Yes, any doubt? No?
Okay.
Okay. Durgeshwari also is saying to repeat the gardening slide.
Okay. Uh, this one. Okay. So I was saying money management is very similar to gardening. Well, your income, so the money you bring in is like seeds. It's actually the starting point of everything. Saving is like watering your plants. So when you water your plants, it allows them to grow over time. And investing is like buying good soil and sunlight. So you spend money to get these good things for your plant, and this will further allow you to grow more fruits and better quality fruits. And spending is like picking the fruit. So you can pick and spend what you earned, but don't take too much or else your plant will eventually stop growing. Is that good?
Is
Clear?
that clear, Durgeshwari? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yes. We can move ahead.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, well, this is introduction to business. So you might be wondering, what is business? Well, business is an organization or activity where goods and services are offered to customers in exchange for money. So a small business that you guys can think of as an example is your local grocery store. You give or you buy cucumbers and then you give the money to the person or the cashier working the grocery store. Basic components of business include product, target market, marketing, sales, operations, and lastly, finances. Business plan basics include what you sell, who your customer is, so who your target audience is. So for example, if you want to sell some baby clothes or baby product, your customer is babies and more specifically a mother. And how will you reach them? So will you do it through social media, ads on the TV, boards outside, and your startup cost? So how much money it will actually take to get this company up and running? And your short-term and long-term goals. So what is a goal that you have for next week or tomorrow, and a goal that you have for a year or 5 years down the line? Business is essentially the basic structure as well as the creative execution. And basics is how your business works, and creatives is how it attracts, connects, and grows. Creativity brings life to your business. Basic structure keeps it alive. All right, business. Stages of business growth include firstly, the idea stage, where you essentially come up with the idea. Startup stage is when you start to implement this stuff. Growth stage is when you really start to scale and grow it. Stability stage is when Oh, okay. Stability stage is when you're, kind of stable. There's nothing really hindering your business. And the expansion is when you really grow, oh, I want to set up another market here or another market here. Essentially, just expanding your business. Successful businesses rely on connections, good leadership, and clear communication. So business is often about who you know. So it's essentially connecting with other people that you can help them and they can help you grow your business. And key skills involve problem solving, creativity, time management, and financial literacy, especially when it's related to business. What, why, and how of business? What? State your product and service clearly. Why? Explain the mission and emotional drive. How? Outline your method. Lastly is the SWOT analysis. The first thing you have to see with your business is what are your strengths? The internal capabilities or advantages that your business has that makes it better than everybody else's. The second is the weakness. What are some limitations or disadvantages that may hinder the overall performance of your businesses? Third, opportunities. These are external factors that organizations can potentially leverage to its advantage. And lastly, threats, external factors that can negatively impact your organization. So, an example of a threat could be, let's say you open one pani puri stall right in front of your house, and then right next to your house, somebody else also opens a pani puri stall. You're going to be in competition with the other person next to you, and it's going to make it a lot harder for your business to sell more and more and more. How is business and finance related?
Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
let's take a pause. Is everyone understanding so far? Any doubts, anything you did not understand? Everyone? Khushi, Saloni? Okay. Fatima? Yes? Okay. Nishita? Understanding everything? Please give a thumbs up if you're understanding everything. Okay. ठीक है, ठीक है, moving ahead.
All right, just to check, I'm not going too fast or speed's fine, right? We're all understanding. Good. Okay. How is business business and finance actually related? Well, business finance is the management of money and other financial resources within a business, essentially making sure that it can start, operate, and grow effectively. So you have to know how much money you actually have in the business. It involves planning, acquiring, and using funds to meet company goals, from paying day-to-day expenses to investing in expansion. So going back to the pani puri stall, the day-to-day expense can be buying the pani and then buying the puri, obviously, and then the potato. But expenses for investing in expansion could be maybe opening up a stall in the other side of the city or buying another stall here or there, essentially growing your business. Interdependence. Business and finance are interdependent because finance provides the money a business needs to start, run, and grow, while business activities generate the profits and cash flow that keep finance moving. So without finance, you can't have a business, and without business, you can't generate profits and cash flow to keep their finance moving. Without finance, a business can't invest in product, operations, or marketing. Without a business generating funds, finance has no value to sustain. Essentially, finance fuels the business, and then business justifies the finance. That slide had a lot of words on it. Are we okay? Any questions? Okay. All good. Towards actual money mindset. What is money mindset? Well, your money mindset, the internal script you follow every day, which unconsciously shapes our financial decisions. You might be wondering, how do you improve your money mindset? Well, learn about money, challenge old beliefs, surround yourself with examples of success, set clear financial goals, and celebrate progress. Always remember, your income only grows till the reach of your money mindset. What is money? Well, a mode of exchange and returns of goods and services. And the final truth, changing your money mindset is one of the most powerful steps towards financial success, freedom, and peace. So to end, share 2 things you learned today and tell me any questions if you still have any. So anybody tell me 2 things you learned.
Come on. Who will be saying 2 things that they understood today in Rishal's part? Yes, Rukmini.
The first thing that I really liked was the acronym that you gave, SWOT, like understanding what are our strengths and weaknesses, and then taking the opportunities to do it. That was something new that I learned. And the second thing was questioning ourselves, that how are we saving money? Did I save money today? Or how much did I save? Questioning ourselves also help us to manage our finances like better
Yeah.
in a better way. So that was the learning that.
Yeah, those are 2 amazing things, and I'm really glad you learned that. Angel?
Yeah, yes, please. So I also learned about this asking question for ourselves, how much I spent and how much I'm spending, and this budgeting. And apart from that, about budgeting apps you told us, I also learned about it.
Yeah. Budgeting is really important if you want to save money and, actually keep it, right? Because we shouldn't be spending all the money we're earning. So I'm glad you learned that.
Yes, thank you.
Of course. Kushagra?
Uh, even the same thing, like the questioning part was my favorite part because, like, how much I earn today and how much I spend today is so helpful. Like I used to do that, but I'm not doing right now currently because of my college. But I was used to make the chart, like one part of expense and one part of, but I don't earn, but I get money from my parents. So I used to write that I have spent this much of money on these materials. That was my favorite part, and will do that again, please. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm really happy the presentation reminded you. And the fact that you were doing that previously really showed that you were ahead in the first place, you know? So keeping tabs on your money is an amazing thing. And, you know, the fact that you did that before is great.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Sejal?
Hello. So, something I learned new was about that gardening example that you gave, that how we are actually planting the seed and then how we are watering it by budgeting our finances, by maintaining a record of how much we are saving. And I used to think that, if I record however much I am spending once in a week, that is fine. But today, when I read that if I'm maintaining records of my spending every day, how it is actually going to help me, because many times we forget on which thing we have spent a lot. And second thing that I learned today, actually, my mom and I run a sari business in India. So I am launching it on. I have already launched it on Instagram, but there are certain challenges, few challenges that I'm facing. The very first thing that was marketing. That whom do I need to sell the product? I was continuously thinking about that, but then today, before who, I think, why am I doing it, or what is the emotion or the story behind it? Realizing that and understanding that is the most important, because once we do that, then it is easier for us to market the products to other customers. So these are two takeaways from this session. Thank you so much. It was an
Yeah, of
interesting
course.
class.
And I'm happy, you know, you can actually apply it in real life. And the fact that you and your mom have a sari business, that's great. Of
Please, thank you.
course. Any other hands? I
We
think we're
had someone else as well. Yeah. Okay.
Monty.
Mansi?
So yes, please, like keeping record of money, how we spend. I am doing it right now.
Oh,
Like
wow.
we had session, and after, not after that, but since college started, I am doing it. And money journal, it's like that only, and adjusting to the situation for saving money. I like that part, and
Mhm.
I am like going to follow it.
Yeah, absolutely. So it doesn't have to, you don't have to break your leg to adjust to situations, obviously, but there's so many instances where you may need extra money here and there. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm happy that you were already doing it in the past, because budgeting or keeping track of your money is even something a lot of adults have a problem with as well. So even my parents, you know, sometimes they'll throw money here and there. They go out to dinner. They don't really track their spending sometimes. And you know, it gets to people in the end. So, you know, it's always a good thing to track, especially early on. You're doing it in college. That's amazing.
Thank you.
hmm So I think there's maybe in the chat.
Okay, we'll just see if there are any
Yeah,
questions.
this is all great stuff. No business should be started without clear planning. You learn SWOT, how to manage money. Yeah. All right. Well, these are all great points that you guys took away from the presentation, and I'm really happy you guys were engaged and learned. So it's great.
Yes, that's amazing. Okay, great. I'm getting great answers. So I would like to, yes, Durgeshwari.
Yes, I have a doubt. When you start a business, is it important to have like a great financial support, or like it's okay if you have like a little bit financial support? Like, do we need to? Because there is a myth that when you start a business, you need to have like a lakh rupee, 2 lakh rupees, then only you can start a business. So I want to know from your perspective, what do you think?
Yeah, well, as we talked about in the previous slide, you know, you need finances to grow your business, right? And I feel like it's always important to have a backbone. So I feel like you should have at least some money saved up for your business, or else if it fails, you know, there's, God forbid, you know, we always need to be prepared and stuff like that. So I feel like you should have some money for your business. Yeah, you need some finances to back it up.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Yeah, any other questions? Not just stuff you guys learned, maybe stuff I didn't go over. Okay.
Okay. Any other doubts, anyone? Any question? Okay. Great. Okay, so let me just quickly brush up your memory once. I'll ask some questions. Okay? Give me answers, whoever is able to. I want other people to answer now. Okay? If you don't, I'll pull out your names and then I'll call you.
Oh no.
So, okay, starting with first question. What were the 5 things which were included in money management? 5 terms which were included in money management. What does it include?
It's a tough one.
Yes, Dildar.
Budgeting, saving, setting financial goals. And next two, I can't remember.
That's great. You were like 80% there. The rest two, anyone else wants to give a shot for the rest two? Dildar said perfectly
Yeah, that
this.
was a good job, man.
Yeah, Sanya, please go ahead.
Investing and adjusting to situations, please.
Yes. Good job.
Wow, that's amazing. Have you guys taken screenshots? Oh, you remember this.
No,
Okay, that's
I think they
beautifully
remembered it.
done. Notes as well. Yeah, someone was saying something, sorry.
No, I was just saying I think they remembered it. I don't think they took screenshots, right, guys? I believe him.
Okay, that's great. Okay. Oh, one more question. That's great work, huh? By the way, you guys. Oh, I was not expecting everyone will remember. Can you tell me the app names that were given? The names of the app. Yes, the are.
Good budget, Moneyfy, and one was money something, but I don't know.
Okay, anyone else? Zainab, go ahead.
Money, budgeting, finance.
Mhm.
And one more. Angel, do you want to give it a shot? One more.
Yes, please. Good budget, and money manager something.
Yay! Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct. Money manager, the last one.
Good job.
Thank you.
It's good to see you guys. You guys are remembering things. Okay, that's nice. Okay. Um, I think this is the last question. What were the steps, or you can say the 5 points which were there in business plan basics? What is the basics of business plan? There were 5 points under that. Yes, Angel.
Idea, startup, growth, stability, and expenses. In a business plan, startup plan.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah, I think is that all 5?
Yes, yes, you are. Sorry. Trishul, is that the
I
one?
don't know if she said 4 or 5. I think she said 5. I think she said all
Oh.
5.
Should I repeat?
Yeah, just one more time, sorry.
First was idea, second was startup, third was growth, fourth was stability. I think fifth was expenses.
Yeah, that's all 5. Good job. Yeah, she's on fire today, getting everything right. Wow.
Amazing, guys. That's great. Okay, anyone else want to give it a shot again for this question? Because I can see some confused faces over here. Anyone else want to give it a shot? Angel just said it. So if you remember it, that is also well and good. Yeah. Anyone else? Come on, Saloni, Tapsi. Come on, guys, you can do it. Short-term and long-term goals with Durgeshwari is writing, okay? Yes, Kushagra. Kushagra, you're on mute.
Like growth,
Yes.
stability, all.
Yes, yes. Go ahead. Kushagra, can you repeat it once?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Grow, stability, startup. I
Okay.
know three only, please.
Yeah, that's good. 60%. I mean, we'll take it, right? That's great.
That's good. That's good. Okay. One final question before we wind up.
Well, I think Danish
What?
has his hand up.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see. Yes, Danish, please go ahead.
Yeah, today we also learned one thing about SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities, and things. So yeah, one of the learning amongst them.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good slide, right? It has a lot of information on it that can help you with your business. So I'm happy you took that away.
Okay, yes, great. I think Danish kind of answered it, but my last question was what is the full form of SWOT analysis? Yes, Tapsi.
S for strength, W for weakness, O for opportunities, and T for threats.
Wow. Good job. All four. Wow.
Perfect, guys. Okay. I am pretty sure Angel and Sanya also knows the same. So great work, guys. Okay. Thanks, Rinki. All the answers on chat box as well. I have been seeing Sanya, Durgeshwari, Kushagra, Rinki, Sejal. You guys have also given answers. I can see that. Thank you so much. Great work, guys. I'm super, super impressed that you remember the parts so well. Uh, okay, great. Nice to hear that that everyone remembers everything and everyone has understood everything well. If there are any further questions, then we have 1 minute to go. You can shoot your shot right now. If not, then please give a thumbs up so that we can wind up the class. Everyone all clear, everything. Give a thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay. Rukmani, Rinki, thumbs up. Okay. ठीक है. ठीक है. Okay. Okay, I can see all the thumbs up. Great. ठीक. I hope everyone liked today's class and learned something new in both the parts. And if there are any further questions later as well, if you feel, okay, I remember this, I want to ask this next time, please feel free to do that. We'll be able to guide you with the answers later as well. Great. Thank you so much, everyone on the chat box. Great. So I think we are done with the session over here. Thank you so much for joining today. Thank you for all the messages on chat box. Uh, okay, great. Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you, Kia. Thank you for taking the class today.
Of course. Thank you,
So we
guys.
may end the class here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for the
Thank you,
class.
Devi. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Rishi.